Hello everyone, I am Dr. Shilpa Hindlekar, Assistant Professor at Government College of Arts, Science and Commerce, KEPPE. Welcome to the program Bachelor of Science, first year, subject Botany, semester 2. The course code is BOC 102 and the course title is Biodiversity to Vascular Plants. The title of the unit is Gymnosperms and the module of the name is Anatomy of Pinus. A brief outline. In this module, we are going to study the anatomy of pinus root, stem and leaf, which is also called as needle. The learning outcomes. At the end of this module, the student would be able to explain the anatomy of pinus root, stem and leaf. Coming to the primary structure of root. It consists of the following layers: epiblemma, the cortex, endodermis, pericycle, vascular cylinder and the central region, the pith. The primary structure of the root consists of the epiblemma. You can see this outermost layer is the epiblemma. It is the outer piliferous layer with unicellular root hairs. These are the unicellular root hairs. Next to the epiblemma is the cortex. This is the cortex which consists of 4 to 5 layers of parenchymatous cells. Inner to the cortex, you can find the presence of endodermis. This is a single layer here, the endodermis. Inner to the endodermis is the pericycle, which is multi-layered. It is multi-layered. Many layers of cells are there. The innermost layer is the vascular cylinder, which may be diarch or to tetrarch, wherein diarch is nothing but you will have two patches of the xylem. Okay, if it is tetrarch, there will be 4 patches. The protoxylem is exarch, wherein here you can see the red color tissue is the protoxylem, wherein you have the protoxylem exarch in the sense the metaxylem elements are towards the center and the protoxylem elements are towards the periphery. And this condition is called as the exarch condition. And you can see this exarch condition here in the form of Y-shaped structure. There are racine canals which are present in between the bifurcation. The phloem is alternating to the protoxylem. The pith is absent. That is the centralmost portion. The pith is absent. There is also secondary growth which is seen in the roots, wherein some cells become meristematic. That is, they start dividing and between the xylem and the phloem. These cells are called as the cambium cells. These cambium cells divide and form the secondary xylem on the inner side and the secondary phloem on the outer side. And that is how there is increase in the girth of the root because of secondary growth. The primary structure of the stem. It consists of epidermis, cortex, endodermis, pericycle, a vascular cylinder and the central portion, the pith. This diagram shows you the primary structure of the stem. It is wavy in outline. You can see the wavy outline here. It is because of the presence of leaf bases. The epidermis here is single layered. It is single layered with the presence of very thick cuticle. And the cortex is differentiated into 2. Inner to the epidermis, you can see the cortex layer. Now the cortex here is differentiated into 2, wherein you have the outer cortex and the inner cortex. The outer cortex is sclerenchymatous. There will be thick walled cells, and the inner cortex is parenchymatous with thin walled cells. So this is in general the cortical region. In this cortical region, you will have the presence of racine ducts. You can see small rounded bodies here. These are nothing but the racine ducts which run radially and longitudinally in the cortex, in the inner cortex. So this each duct is lined by a parenchymatous glandular secretory cells. These ducts are lined by secretory cells which are going to secrete racine. You can see here in this. This is the racine canal. Inside this racine canal, you can see the racine that has been deposited by the epithelial cells that are surrounding the racine canal. The racine flows during injury out from the racine canal and it forms a solid covering till new bark appears. There is no pericycle. You cannot see the presence of pericycle or endodermis here. There are about 5 to 8 vascular bundles. This bundles, what you can see here, these are the vascular bundles which are arranged, conjoined, end dark and open. Open means they have got the presence of cambium present in between the xylem and the phloem. This structure, what you can see here, this is the cambium. So the blue colored structure is the phloem and inner to this is the xylem. So conjoint and collateral is wherein the xylem and the phloem tissues are lying in the same radius. Pith is parenchymatous. The centralmost portion, the pith is parenchymatous, and sometimes these pith cells are filled with resin. Whatever resin canals you can see here in the cortex, also these resins may be also present within the centralmost portion, that is the pith region. Coming to the anatomy of leaf, the leaf is also called as needle. It has got the following parts: the epidermis, hypodermis, mesophyll, endodermis, pericycle and vascular bundle. This is the structure of the leaf needle, wherein the first layer that is present here is the epidermis. You can see here the epidermis, which has got a very thick layer of cuticle. There is a very thick layer of cuticle, and it is interrupted by the presence of stomata. There are stomata which are present, interrupted all over towards the epidermis. Inner to the epidermis, this pink colored layer, what you can see here, is the hypodermis, which is sclerenchymatous with the presence of substomatal cavities interrupting them. Inner to the hypodermis, you can see the presence of mesophyll region. The green colored tissue is the mesophyll region, which is compact. It is very compact. There are no intercellular spaces, and it is not differentiated as palisade and the spongy tissue, consisting of thin-walled parenchymatous cells. So these are all thin-walled parenchymatous cells which are compactly arranged with the presence of chloroplast and starch. The mesophyll cells are peculiar here. These mesophyll cells are peculiar in the sense they are different from the other mesophyll cells that you will usually find. Here they have numerous small infoldings. They appear like that of a flower. Okay, they have got lot of infoldings here, or they are also called as peg-like structures. These peg-like structures are called as flanges, arms, or they are called as infoldings. Now this is mainly to increase the photosynthetic activity and the respiratory area of the reduced leaf surface that is present in the pinus plant. The mesophyll also contains resin ducts. You can see here, these are the resin ducts which are present in the mesophyll region just under the hypodermis. And the centralmost portion, what you can see here, is the vascular cylinder, wherein there is a single layer of endodermis. This is a single layer of endodermis and many layers of pericycle. Inner to the endodermis, you have many layers of pericycle which are parenchymatous. Embedded in the vascular cylinder, you can find still two other types of cells, that is albuminous cells and the tracheidal cells. Now these albuminous cells are parenchymatous. They are rich in protein next to the phloem. They help in passing on compounds from mesophyll to phloem. The tracheidal cells are sclerenchymatous. They are like tracheids, wherein they would elongate radially and they are in contact with the xylem. They help to carry watery fluids from xylem to mesophyll. So both this type of cells together, they are called as the transfusion tissue. Now there are two vascular bundles which are embedded in the pericycle, separated by a band of T-shaped sclerenchymatous fibers. Now here you can see these are the albuminous cells. These are the albuminous cells which are present within the vascular bundle. Okay, and this is the T-shaped sclerenchymatous cells wherein which are covering the vascular bundles. The two bundles, they would lie closely parallel. You have just seen it. The two bundles are parallel to each other from base to the apex of the leaf. The bundle is collateral, open and endark. Open means there is a presence of a cambium, and endark means wherein you have the presence of protoxylem elements towards the center and the metaxylem elements towards the periphery. The phloem faces the outer side and the xylem is present towards the inner side, what you have seen in the diagram. So this is a photograph of the anatomy of leaf of needle, which you can, when you take a section, this are what are the parts that you can see. This is the outermost layer, the epidermis. This is the mesophyll layer. In between there is an hypodermis of thick walled cells, the blue colored layer. Then you have got the presence of mesophyll tissue, which have got peg-like structures. Inside the mesophyll, you have got the resin canals. Then there is one single layer of endodermis with many layers of pericycle inner to the endodermis. And these are the vascular bundles that you see with the presence of xylem and the presence of phloem. So there are two vascular bundles that you can see, and you have the presence of the albuminous cells. The xerophytic characters of Pinus, wherein you have the acicular form of leaves which help in reducing transpiring leaf surface. They have got a heavily cutinized epidermis and the hypodermis is sclerenchymatous. There are presence of sunken stomata and a very poor development of the vascular tissue. These are the references that I have used for the preparation of this e-content. Thank you.